Sounds good.
What is up, everyone? This is Squid, aka PD, and this is the match 2 of the quarterfinals of the tournament of DeFy versus Die. Golden Boy seems to be missing here. I think he died. So instead of him, I have my own shoutcasting buddy being this guy.
I'm DeFy Nook, aka, Nook.
Yeah. That's right.
That is my name. I don't have any special name, unfortunately. I'm not important enough.
It's just Nook.
And
he's here to rumble.
Yeah, I'm here to rumble. I'm here to get it on. Let's do this. Let's get right into this match.
Let's just give a little rundown of Team DeFy because we'll be seeing from their perspective this match. Just what do you think about all the players?
Well, as you can see right now, Kim. A little insight about Kim is he's actually known as a good player, but not too many people know this, but he's actually kind of mentally challenged. It is kind of hard for him to play sometimes. And within this match, this lineup here, you see Ray, Kim, Sock, and Jewel. But really, if we really wanted to win this and make this game probably go a lot quicker, we probably could have just made it Jewel, Sock, and Ray, and that would have been it. Because Kim kind of actually holds the team back a little bit, as you'll see, because Ray is kind of like his his advisor almost. He's kind of there to help him out, when he's having trouble. And Sock and Joel just kind of do all the work, and you'll see that here within this match.
Right, yeah, so just take note of that, because you'll be seeing some great plays by Sock and Jewel, and Ray will also be in there at times, but he's really going to have to tend to Kim, because Kim is really just holding back DeFy, and really holding back the world, if you wanna think that deeply.
Yeah.
Global warming and pollution.
Yeah, it's all somehow related to Kim. It's just all somehow Kim's fault.
It's all centered around him. But because he's so stupid and so pointless, we don't want him to feel like there's no meaning to his life. So we let him have his fun on target.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't there actually a specific reason why he's in this game? That you mentioned before.
Perhaps.
There's something about the boat and. I think that's
right, yeah.
Train or
See, it was actually funny. We were debating. Oh, look at that invite from Jay Sola. Actually, that's probably distracting Kim right now. So it actually made him shoot well. That's a phenomenon known as poison ivy. But what we were telling before, actually, before this match, DeFy was discussing, because as you know, I'm DeFy PD and I'm in DeFy. We were discussing who should play this. And, we were going to go with a logical choice like me because, facility, I could snipe, it would work out. And I hadn't played a tournament match before. But then Kim, thinking that the boat in the middle of this map right there is actually Thomas the Tank Engine, he threw his fit, he went full mental on us. And we really he's very dangerous, because you never know when he's accidentally going to just not think about something and, shoot himself.
That is true. It's a great story because, Kim actually, there's this a rumor going that goes around where it's if you're kind of mentally challenged, you have this, this mental retard strength type of stuff, which is actually what Kim has, and that's actually his super ability, if you would. When he gets really upset and he doesn't really know what else to do, he just kind of goes in a fit of rage and destroys everything in his path. It's really quite crazy.
Right. One time I was watching Oprah, and I saw this special on a kid who had Down syndrome and he was really good at painting. And that's kind of like with Kim right now,
Yeah, he's actually, he actually does get a few kills, and that's just the mental strength where, normally he'd be, within this map right now, he'd probably be, making snow angels out in the snow somewhere around this map, instead of actually paying attention to the idol. But, yeah, you see Ray, tending, because Kim could not stop them from, taking the idol, Ray had to step in and, use that hammer on him to stop him for a little bit.
Yeah, and Ray doing a good job with those power weapons now, and the rest of DeFy is going to be able to get into Die's base and try and stop them from getting a 2-0 lead. Actually, no, they're tying it up, it's a little confusing looking at the score when it's switching back and forth.
This is true, I don't blame you. It is kind of confusing. Then you have Joel coming in here. I think he's going to rush right to Die. Oh, they scored.
A little too late.
Yeah, just a little too late.
So now Die tying it up. This is going to be an important cap, obviously. With 10 minutes left, they'll kind of, maybe give a little showing of how this match is going to go for the rest of the time. And it looks like Die got the touch, and now they're going to be bringing it towards their base. Yeah. So Ray picking up a nice 3-piece.
A 3-piece. No. Just classic Ray. Ray is sitting there.
Right here.
Ray is in it to win it.
And you got the score too. Good job.
he really knows that Kim isn't going to be able to do this stuff. So he's really stepping in, taking charge, doing everything that is necessary to make sure that even with Kim on the team, that they still get this victory. I'm very proud of Ray, actually.
I'm very proud of Ray. He deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, and Ray
does.
Just such a good sport.
He really is. And then you have Sock being dead. And it's really quite interesting. And then you have Kim running, into Dai's base with no one there to back him up because, he thinks he's invincible. So I'm expecting...
That's a natural response for someone like Kim who has so many issues. He normally runs at the enemy because he wants to hug them and become their friend. Obviously, he's not met with such a friendship, though.
Yeah, it's the same. It's kind of like the same thing with grenades. Like if you ever happen to get into a public match with Kim, if you pitch a nade at his feet, he will actually, rather than throwing it back or running away from it, he will actually embrace that grenade and pick it up and pretend it's like his son or something. And
right, and it's an interesting strategy. It's a very easy one to pull off, but not many people know it. So that takes some scouting there. But if you ever see Kim, just throw circles near him and Sock with another cap that'll tie the game for DeFy. So DeFy, even though they went quickly down by 1, they managed to tie it up, and now it's 2-2.
2-2, and that's Sock with 2 caps, right?
Sock with 2 caps, indeed. And Sock's also been getting some nice kills too, which is good to see because you need that type of effort out of guys like Sock and Jewel.
When you have Kim playing when he really shouldn't be, and you have Ray, who really should, if he really wanted to, he'd be doing a great job right now. But he does have to care for Kim a little bit. He doesn't want Kim to do something that completely.
And luckily, Ray's a good enough player to still be doing a solid job, but he's not being used to his full ability. As you see here, Jewel picking up a kill on that guy trying to move out that idol.
Then you have Sock. Oh, never mind. Sock's gone. And you have Kim, who actually just died.
It looks like Kim's attempting to shoot.
Yeah, he's doing this weird zoom thing. I really don't know. It's like when he's aiming, he just keeps zooming in and out. I think that's like maybe like one of his diseases that he has. He might have some sort of random muscle spasm. That's maybe his finger just kind of going at the analog stick or the X button, whichever one he's deciding to press to make that zoom go in and out, which is actually making his game worse.
That sounds very likely some sort of seizure-like response to all the flashing combos and whatnot.
Yeah.
You see here, Dai getting a throw now, and they're down by 1, so you're gonna want to tie it up.
Everyone in DeFi is gonna be rushing to Dai's base. Joel getting behind the lines, taking out some people, putting pressure on that idol.
And Jewel doing a good job of staying alive there, so now when the rest of his team comes, he'll be another gun in the line. And you see Kim here just attempting to... He seems to be shooting past this guy. I don't know how he killed him. I think that guy was nice enough to give Kim the kill to make him feel better.
He honestly probably was. And now that you mentioned all the flashing colors and the hand stabs and whatnot, it might actually be like when he shoots the the flickering lights off the gun, the muzzle flashes, or I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, might actually be causing that seizure-like response, as you said.
That is actually very likely. So that's actually very interesting. So we're not only shoutcasters here, we're actually diagnosing Kim, which is we're saving a life here.
We really are. Here's a funny story. Kim, he gets very easily distracted. That's just Kim for you. At one point he might be shooting at someone. He might see a butterfly fly by, and he can just be completely distracted.
Right.
There was actually this one time I was actually walking him in the park, and he saw a rainbow. And I was figuring, he's walking beside me, so I just keep on walking, and I turn around and it's not there. So I call the cops, ambulance, every type of emergency response team that you can get. And it was a very frightening day for me because, then I realized to that day that, Kim is very easily distracted. And
exactly. Losing a Kim is dangerous because you never know what type of Al-Qaeda's he'll get into and what type of,
he's up for anything. Yeah, if you were literally to ask him if he would, just go blow up a huge city, he would do it just because he'd think, after that you would be his friend. That's all he wants, friends. Which we are here for him, that's why we're letting him play this tournament because we're his friends, and we don't want him to feel left out.
Exactly. Especially coming from a state like Kansas, where literally no one else lives. It's got to be tough, and it's something that we want to make sure that he feel like his life is as useless as it really is.
Yeah.
Because on the outside we realize that Kim is he's the equivalent of a sack of oats.
Sack of oats. Now that I think about it, that's actually a very good, comparison. You know, a sack of votes, you know, obviously does nothing.
Does nothing, can't say anything, doesn't speak coherent sentences.
That's exactly it. It's just a bag of votes. It just sits there, you know, does nothing. And that's what Kim is, definitely, for sure.
Kim is. And Jewel right here, gotta point this out. Jewel with a nice three-piece right there, getting into the defenders, and that should definitely set up. Looks like Kim is gonna get the cap, and that's just a really good sport of DeFy. Kim honestly took about an hour to get the idol from, you know, like 2 feet away towards the treasure chest.
Even with Beast Mode on, which he was surprisingly smart enough to put it on for this very.
I'm sure his mother actually fixed his classes prior to the match.
Most likely, yeah. What am I kidding? I mean, you know, Kim is a good person. You know, he does do, you know, sometimes he does the right things. But you know, that's a little bit too much, you know, to actually see Kim put Beast Mode on for a Plunder match. So yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Because he has good parents to look out for him. And you see Sock and a nice kill there on the idol carrier. And now they're going to DeFy again. They've been doing this throughout the match, putting a lot of pressure on Dai's base right here. And they're going to try and shift that idol over past Thomas the Tank Engine, and take it up boiler area.
But here we go. It appears that you know, everyone is going to be rushing towards idol, but with Kim and all of his disabilities, he's actually going to run away from the idol.
It seems like Kim's really out of place. Kim trying to take on a bunch of enemies and just trying to hug them all, but obviously he really can't.
It's not really working out for him, you know.
And Sock does a good job from this point.
Almost using that mag as a sniper, you know, taking people out from a very far distance away. Very impressive stuff by Sock.
Very impressive stuff. And again, what I'm liking is that I feel like Sock caps this one. Just because Sock's been getting so many caps, and he was just defending over there, and now he's going to be right on this idol.
I feel the same way. It seems like, you know, anytime, you know, whether it's in the enemy's hands or if it's in, like, Joel's hands or, you know, if it's somehow in Kim's hands, if he actually has, you know, the mindset to actually pick it up, he somehow, you know, he always ends up in Sock's hands, and he's always the one capping it, you know, being a good sport, putting it inside that chest, just getting all those points for DeFy.
And you got to respect that. You always need a player like that. And yeah, here goes Sock again, running in there, right timing.
Just like what you said, you anticipated that, Captain. You were right.
I did anticipate that one, and that was very impressive, considering I've never even seen this match before. So
yeah, it really is. Yeah, you know, it really is. It's impressive because I've never seen this match before either. You know, to actually anticipate that, because you know that's the kind of player Sock is. You know he's gonna be there to cap that no matter what. Cap that, but that's not.
That's what he's about. He's
that's what he's all about. But that's just the kind of player Sock is, you know. And then you have Ray respawning, you know, going right into the battlefield, you know, making sure that Kim is going to be okay, you know.
Right. I think at this point in the match, Kim was actually tying his shoe.
Couldn't figure out how to tie his shoe. Yeah.
That wasn't very strategic of him, of course, but it's just something that I guess he had to do at the moment.
Yeah, you know, he actually probably had to take multiple classes on how to tie his shoes. You know, this probably has absolutely no, what's the word I'm looking for, resemblance or, you know, anything that has to do with this match, but he probably, I don't know if you've ever watched SpongeBob before, but there is that one episode where it teaches you how to tie your shoe.
Right, of course.
And he probably had to listen to that episode, you know, multiple, he probably still does to this very day. You know,
yeah, he probably watches it actively as tying his shoes.
Yeah, you know, he probably has it like on a YouTube page or whatever. When he gets on, he gets his shoes. He's about to put them on. He plays that step by step. You know, he's like, got to do the loop-de-loop, then pull. You know,
he's all looking cool.
Yeah,
meanwhile, Drew looking cool with that
triple feed.
Booyah! And see, one thing I want to point out is we've been giving Sock a lot of credit, and Ray a lot of credit for taking care of Kim. But Jules really been a consistent player in this match, and Ray with a beautiful mid-air quick.
That was impressive.
Double headshot right there. So these guys showing off their skills right here. Looks like Sock got another cap. So everything really working out for Team DeFy right now.
Doing what he does best, you know, Kim dying, you know, doing what he does best.
Exactly.
And Joel coming in, you know, not afraid of anything. He's about to take this guy head up, you know, with that idol. You know, this is what I like to call head up, you know, just when someone has the idol and you just start, you know, throwing nades at them, that's what I like to call him.
That is that's what Kim actually does for 1v1s. He holds the idol and runs in circles while players shoot at him.
Yeah, that's understandable. You know, he actually, I'm kind of thinking that the idol is actually his favorite weapon, you know, so, you know, he just like to goes up and, you know, tries to whack people with it. When, you know, that's not really going to work out in his favor, but, we don't like to judge Kim with the choices he makes because it just makes him angry and upset.
And with only 10 seconds left, it looks like this match is coming to an end. A very good match by both teams, but DeFy had the better end of it, obviously, getting 7 caps. Looking down these scores, really good job by everyone besides Kim, who managed to only have 2 kills and 1,000 deaths.
Classic stuff by Kim.
Classic stuff. Alright, so thanks for watching. DeFy took a 2-0 lead now, and going into the rest of this quarterfinal, I'm Petey.
I'm Nook.
And I'm Kit.
Good night.
Audio.